Check this out, guys. I take bus in Bogota. You see it? It's like simply what we have in New York City. Look at this. Wow. Yep. And a Boliva from Bogota. Nice. Yep. We're having a city tour of Bogota, guys. And these buses are everywhere. Look at Rosanna. You see her? And more buses. Another bus, look at it. See it?
For La Candelaria, what the Spaniards did was to go to both mountains because Monserrate was the representation of the goddess of the moon, the mother, and Guadalupe was the god of the sun, the father. So they built a couple of churches on top of each mountain to prove that the Catholic system was above everything else. Very common back in the day, all right? We have the Lebanon Palace with French architecture, that is the office of the mayor. Next of the Lebanon Palace on that side, we have the Congress, Greek architecture. And if you're wondering about the black cover, is to keep people from doing, well, vandalizing the buildings, right? Behind the Congress, through the street, you can find the Antonio Nariño Palace, and that is the house of the president. But you know that even to this day, not everybody's happy when it comes to Iván Duque, the current president of Colombia. For that reason, there is a fence, it's protected by the police. In the past, you could go there and take pictures. Right now, it's not possible. Actually, he moves around only by helicopter. So that says a lot about the government. Next to the Congress, on the other corner, we have Colegio Mayor de San Bartolomé. The first high school of the city was built in 1604, still active, both public and private at the same time. And right here, we have La Primada Cathedral of Colombia, biggest church. In the middle, we can find Mary the Virgin, Queen Isabel, and King Francisco from Spain. Those were the kings responsible for the Catholic mission of Colombia. And in front of the church, we have doors with different sizes. The reason is simple. In the past, there used to be segregation. The main door was only for people with royal blood, especially Spaniards. These other two were for any other person here in the city, especially Colombians of middle class and up. And the smallest doors from side to side, they were called puertas falsas. For that reason, there is a recipe with the same name. Puertas falsas, or false doors, to whom? Indigenous tribes, people of color, and also farmers, because the Spaniards consider farmers the lowest of the lowest in society. And next to La Primada Cathedral, on that corner, we have the Archdiocese of Bogota, administration of all of the churches, as well the house of the Archbishop. Right here, the Justice Palace, Colombian architecture. Right now, to this day, the buildings that are on red alert, Justice Palace, the Congress, and the Presidential Palace. This year, Iván Márquez, the one that is the leader of Las FARC, the guerrillas, he told the president, you know that guerrillas are now there in the city of Bogota, but if we want to, we can go there. And if we want to take your head, we are going to do so. Actually, in the month of May, during the protests, they tried to take down the Congress and the Justice Palace. So people say that next year, maybe things are going to be a little bit more complicated because it's election year. Some people say that maybe members of the guerrillas are here dressed as civilians, walking around this area. So we'll see what is going on.
So this is the Plaza Bolivar right here?
Plaza Bolivar.
Bolivar, okay.
The most important one from Colombia. All the powers of the country right here.
You ready, guys? Plaza Bolivar, live in Bogota.
But now we're going to go up the mountain. It's called La Monserrate or something. We're going to go check it out. We already got our tickets. We're going to go up. We're going to go up by the train and come down with a cable car.
With a cable car, yes.
It's called Monserrate.
Monserrate.
Right now, as you can see, we're waiting on line to get up there. Look at the line. All the people waiting to get on the seat. So stay with us. And you got to be patient when you're over here, all right? So we're in the train now, about to go up the mountain.
It's amazing how the train goes through the mountain to the top of the mountain. Remember guys, the Monserrate is 10,000 feet high, so the view from the top is breathtaking. You can see the whole of downtown Bogota from the top. It's also a good place to watch the sunsets. So, not only is the church built on top of the mountain, there are two restaurants, the San Isidro House and the Santa Clara House, where you can get some delicious food to eat. By the way, for those of you who do not know, the church was built in 1640 in honor of the Virgin Montserrat. Back in the days, before this cable car was built, people had to walk up all the way the mountain to be able to worship in the church.
We finished having fun at the top of the mountain. We're now going to go down. As you know, we came up with the train. We're going to go down with the cable car. So stay with us and see what it looks like in the cable car, right? There's the police go before us. See the police going in? Yep. And it's time for us to go. Dos personas. The cable car is here. I'm about to get in the cable car to go down. There we go. Waiting, baby. Wait here. Going down.
At the bottom of the mountain, I met this lady selling ants, which she says is good for men and women. Besides, it's good for bones, so she says.
Oh, look, this is afrodisíaco para los hombres.
¿A todos?
Mujeres también.
Claro, pues es bueno para los huesos.
I got some ants. Aphrodisiac for men and women.
Hormigas,
Come and see me.
hormigas.
Hormigas, ants. You see that?
Hormigas coloradas.
Come and see me if you want. I'll get you one, right?